Hello, welcome back. Recon87 here with some more combat mission Battle for Normandy. We're continuing our advance on the road to Cheux. So, full disclosure here, you may have noticed at the end of the last episode where I mentioned that I would be live streaming a continuation of this on Wednesday evening. And indeed, I did live stream this, which was last night. It's now into Thursday. However, things went pretty badly south. And I'm generally one for rolling with punches in these games and accepting my mistakes and trying to move on from them. However, it's kind of a lot of the issues hinged on the MG team within this building. But there's a reason that I've been thinking about kind of why it went wrong, and there's a reason that's kind of led me to want to have another crack at it. And it's got to do with the way that this HMG team is set up, and I'll talk through it right now. So. And feel free to jump on Twitch and look at the VOD if you want to kind of see what went wrong. But essentially, at one point, we had a kind of a Bren team set up here, Bren team set up there, I think some rifles in this building, some automatic weapons in that building, and a Bren carrier, all putting fire onto this building, where we know the HMG team to be. So we had, what's that, kind of 3.5, maybe 4, depends how you want to count it, times the firepower in similar cover. However, what actually happened was that we got the odd suppression and the odd kill, but the didn't really overpower them, and that team systematically wiped out all of my supporting teams with the exception of the Bren carrier. And I was kind of looking at the videos and trying to understand why that was happening, and it seems to be a slightly game mechanic thing. So you can't see it because we can't see the unit, but I will show it to you when we get eyes on them. But when we do, you'll find the HMG set up in this corner. However, the way it's set up, you'll find that the gunner isn't in line with any of the windows. And generally what happens in kind of building cover is you go and your guys stand at the window and they shoot out the window, but they also get shot at through the window. You know, when you're shooting a building, the bullets penetrate the window. But that is not stopping him in firing out of the building. So what we have is a situation. We have an HMG here that is able to essentially shoot out the building without receiving much in the way of firing. Now we did eventually kill him, so there's definitely ways he can be hit, but he seems to have an inordinately high amount of degree of protection because he's essentially, with just a game mechanic thing, he's managing to shoot through a building and isn't having to shoot through the windows like all my team were. So I'm having to kind of adapt what I'm doing to try and overcome that, which is why I feel like I'm justified in having another crack at it. It was more I suppose a game hiccup or a game mechanic issue, which has caused some of my undoing rather than my own kind of strategic blunders, such as when I got 8 people killed there, which is something I'm happy to admit to. So what are we going to do differently this time? Well, I still want to utilize this Bren carrier, so I did do some testing earlier in the week about how well that stands up to machine gun fire, and actually stands up pretty well. Let's have a look at the Bren carrier over here. So with the Bren carrier, the driver and the gunner are relatively well protected. You can see it kind of covers their kind of head height. And it can stand up to kind of heavy machine gun fire. You will occasionally get armor spalling, so that's like little bits of the bullets aren't penetrating, but they're knocking shrapnel loose, which can cause injuries and casualties. But it stands up okay. I wouldn't necessarily charge down lots of MG nests, but certainly can be used in support. Be aware though, if you are transporting troops in the back, their heads do stick up, so they are a bit more vulnerable. But for this purpose, we should be able to use it to try and put a bit more pressure on this HMG position. The other bit I'm going to do differently is try and use my forward observer here, and to bring in a bit, but we use the mortar fire. Now, again, I was doing some testing, and the 81mm mortar fire on troops within buildings is extremely ineffectual. Direct hits on the buildings aren't going to cause casualties. You're going to suppress them, but you're really unlikely to hurt or kill them. But there's a reason I'm going to do it anyway. One is I'd quite like to get that suppressive effect going while I kind of reposition my troops. The other one is that I know the mortars aren't particularly accurate, and we do know there's some troops in and around here. We know there's obviously Stug sitting back there. and there may be other troops in some of these surrounding buildings, and the kind of the wider splash can cause some damage to them. I'm also conscious that I'm rapidly running out of time, and I don't want to get to the end of the mission and have kind of not really used my mortar power. So I'm going to bring the forward observer over to this building where we know we've got sight on that 2-story house, and call in a mortar strike. I will get him to put a target arc on just so he doesn't draw attention to himself. Arc, please. Good. There we go. Right. So anyone not familiar with the game, when you are doing a target arc, as you see, if you just click on it and then click, it will, as the tool describes, draw an arc. However, if you select that option and then hold the shift key, it'll instead do a circle. That's really handy for setting these, essentially what is a don't shoot at anything unless you stumble across some guys. Useful for not drawing attention. We did see a lone trooper running up this road, so I'm just repositioning a couple of guys in this compound just to make sure we keep eyes on them. So these guys are in the open are going to get into cover. These guys in the building, and we'll move this leader team into that second story to get a slightly better view. Okay, what else have we got going on? So we've got this brain carrier in here, so we'll continue to bring him round. But we can go quickly. Get him set up for coming in to support that building. We'll also get this little chap who's going to have to embark previous waypoint because we don't currently have a gunner in that Bren team. He's going to become our machine gunner. Okay, that's good. That's set up. Meanwhile, we have got this Piet team is facing off against Stug. We are going to leave them there to see if they can get a shot away. They are suppressed. They shouldn't attract fire when they've just gone to ground. Let's put the armor arc back on. I really do. Oh, maybe I can't put it on. No, I can. I want them to take a pop at the tank. And I've got a Bren team continuing to put suppressed fire because we know there's some dudes in here. Second Piet team, I'm tempted to pull back for now. They're not really doing much use for me, but I will clear a target. And this mortar team has used all their mortars, so I'll just get them to clear their target for now. Also going to send a scouting team just up here. So can you come in a bit closer? Yep. See what we've got eyes on. That should, I think that's orders to everyone. Apart from this leadership team, what should I do with you? You're okay there for now. I might need to bring back one of these Brens to eventually open up another angle on that building. She'll do that. I'll get this leader just to come lend some support with their automatic weapons. Okay, how do I want to do this? Let's start narrow, we'll watch the minute, and then we'll kind of skip through the wider to see if there's any action anywhere else. We're not selecting any units, let's go for it. So the real hope is that these guys unsuppress themselves and get a shot off, and that these guys also unsuppress themselves and get some Bren fire into those two guys who were behind a wall, but our mortar team has thankfully taken care of that. Oh, good, they've come around. Oh, we've got eyes on them. That's a terrible shot. That's a lot better. That might have done some damage. Now these guys don't seem to be able to see the tank. I wonder if the tank can still... Oh, we've got another contact in this building. Okay. Okay, we'll have to do something about that. Done. Interesting. See, we might cause a casualty even if we can't see anything. Right. You're still coming around. That's a-okay. Can these guys... Oh, I need to click down before I jump on. I'm terrible for this. Let's come back here. Go back to the start of the minute and we'll just skip through to see if we get any other recontact of the infantry team over there. Oh, I don't like the fact you're going in front of this build. They're giving you more waypoints. And you've taken a casualty. That's really frustrating because there's no need for that. There's a gap in the hedge there. I don't know why they made a decision to run out and round, but I should have put more waypoints for the work through. Okay, at least our observer made it in, but that's frustrating. That's not a casualty we shouldn't have taken. Got a spot on a dude. Fair shot from just a infantryman. Is a marksman. Okay. Well, let's see if we can't move. I want you to fire. Might give this guy a bit of a bad day. Let's target light, I think. Guys, I'll leave you free just in case you... I'll move for it. Okay, Bren's still making his way. You are going to get in when it stops. Now, let's see if these guys are able to shoot this building. They are not. If I can get you to push up, then have you shoot at the building. Now you say you can't, but that building was shooting at you, so I kind of feel like you should be able to. I want to keep this target on because I don't have confirmation of the damage that we have wrought, and I need the machine gunner that was in here to be taken out before these guys are really going to be in a position to have a pop. Okay, you, because you were being ridiculous, did you get in position at the end of it? Did. Good. Call in strike, and then I am going to want to try and maneuver my Bren carrier through here. We are going to have to be aware that we could get a bit of friendly fire if we're not careful. I wonder if actually an area fire on might be more effective. Some of that. You know, then we're likely to catch the guys in the middle there, potentially the Stug. And we're not that accurate anyway, so let's go for that. We're just going to go with 2, go medium, and we'll go just all your rounds, please. Yeah, it's 5 minutes till that comes in.
Hello, fire mission, over.
So really, in the next couple of minutes, so it's going to be 1, yeah, 2, and then get them out for maybe 3. I want to try and end plan, because I previously, on the last time, I had the Bren kind of coming at this angle, but didn't seem to be particularly effective. I wonder if I can maybe move it around to here, where it's more face on, if it's got better luck. Obviously, depends on us taking care of that Stug, but we shall see. Shall see. So I'm going to keep the rest of the orders as they are for now. Yeah, those guys are going to suppress that, so maybe we know there's troops there, so we'll come. So, watch this minute. Press the fire over there. team moving over, so hopefully they can get eyes on this house if need be. Shots into that middle area. Oh, right, I'm going to throw in a quick pause. I don't know my pause mid-action. I would like to confirm how these guys are getting on. That is a beautiful sight to behold. The man that's gone down is the MG guy. Perfect. Who have we got here? A rifleman and a suppressed MG man. Okay, so I'm going to have to keep the fire up in this building. So I think the priority is definitely going to switch for this Bren team onto these guys. Hopefully now this is down to rifles, that allows our anti-tank to get a shot off at the Bren, but shall continue. I'll have to check, see if he was suppressed or if he actually managed to injure him. Still not got sight of the tank, so it's these guys still not feeling it. Got a guy finally get into the Bren. Okay. Done. Okay, let's quick back, see what our last sight was from the chaps here. He's suppressed. He is not. We'll have to see if our leader squad there can get an angle. I'm surprised these guys didn't spot the Stug, given how massive it is. And when was the last spot on this fellow? Just go to ground, or were you injured? It's just a hedge, so it's not really great cover. No, we just lose sight of him. Okay. That's fine. I'll probably get these guys to cancel their orders until we get better sight of them, because there's no point just wasting all their ammo at a bush. Although he is on a light, but look at that, he's got almost no ammo left. I'm going to have to get you to clear your target. Hope he shows his head. He might do, because he won't have an easy spot on us. Yeah, this is good. I feel like over here is going okay. Can you shoot up this building? You're claiming not. Is that just because you're suppressed? I'm going to leave you without orders and see if that helps. Let's see. Can't bring up additional firepower. It's risky though, because we'd have to get them into here. It does expose ourselves unless we're getting some fire down on them. And there's a fire mission incoming, so I don't really want to get too close. This is probably already quite close to the action. And I wouldn't be too unperturbed about stacking up some more guys if that Stug wasn't sitting there. I don't want to put a team there just to eat us around from a Stug. But then these guys aren't doing too much over here, so I might move them just round here. In preparation. Who I'm going to bring up in support of this team. Doesn't appear to be any Germans over here. We might want to explore that angle. Okay, Bren is in position. I'm going to have you here. Like so. You can feel 3 once you get there to target this building. Then I'm going to pull you back. But I'm slightly nervous about him getting bogged down, so as long as he does so in somewhere that you can see the building, that won't be too bad. So maybe bring it all the way back to here. That's reasonable. Again, he might get stuck in the fence, he might get bogged down in this mud. He is a tracked vehicle, but the conditions are not great, so it's a bit of a risk. Yeah, that's probably all the things we've got to play with at the minute. Oh, we've got to sight this guy again, so we are opening up on him. If he moves, or if he stays where he is. We actually draw some fire. Oh, someone spotted the stug. I'm guessing that's this team. There goes a... Oh, he missed. That could elicit a poor reaction from the tank. I'll get another round off. No return shot as yet. Oh, it's tense. I think they must have gone to ground. Oh, my brain made it much further than I was expecting. Oh, I like that angle. Okay. These guys are going suppressed again. They've got one trooper there. Machine gunner there who makes me nervous. So who? Just these guys. So we'd have to bring, yeah, someone into here, which is going to expose into the stug. So I really needed you to hit that thing. I've got faith that the beauty is that, you know, they'll go to ground. These guys won't get a full spot, and therefore they won't return fire. And hopefully, they'll be able to get another shot off next turn. Since these guys apparently don't have sight of anything, we've got a reasonable amount of ammo. Oh, I need to. I'm going to get you to target now. I mean, you were shooting it before, so why are you not shooting it now? It's very frustrating. Just because they're cowering, essentially. Hopefully they unhide themselves. Right, who all can see this chap? Just you. Apparently you can't see him. Well, you guys have just got rifles and stuff, so feel free to take pot shots. You guys are obviously going to be taking pot shots. Has he moved? Oh, he's moved. He's in a blooming field. And you have run out of Bren ammunition. Have I got any more? Nope. Is it 303? Assume so. So I've got 100. Alright, once we've taken care of this guy, we can get you a little bit of a refill. I don't actually know how big a clip is on a Brenner, how much it takes in one go. Okay. Our carriers, but one last thing we want to move before we do advance another minute. You're in a good position. I would like you to move yourself potentially here and face. Get here. I think hopefully that way you will have good line of fire into this building to take care of the HMG team. Surprised you haven't drawn fire though, so we'll have to see what happens there. Get onto our rapidly running out of time. Let's position ourselves. Looks like, see, let's say I lost my Bren team there. So we seem to be unable to return fire and yet able to be shot, which I'm a bit irked about. Oh, I forgot to check whether he was in sight of the stug. It was a massive oversight, but one looks like we've got away with. It's just Stug firing in anger. Okay. No fatalities at least. Or this chap dead. Good. Glad to see it. Wrong way. Go back. Yes, our Bren team was taken out. Yeah, what I could do, maybe just smoke up this just to give him the opportunity to hit that Stug. That might be the best way of doing it. In fact, and at the same time, we can prepare to get some teams moved up just along here, fire into that base. That might be the best way to do it. Our smoke won't last very long, because the weather's not great. You got... do you want this? I don't know why you haven't gone back to your Sten. I picked up 9mm for you. Not sure if there's a way of making them change back and replay it. Let's bring you up. A plan that we can... we'll get the mortar to launch smoke, and then we can rush these guys over here and really take care of that house. Although, maybe I should wait until after my mortar rounds land. They should be 2 minutes away. Ah, decisions. That's probably sensible. How big a... no, I mean, they say it should be safe. That's what, like 50 meters away from the target zone? That's not safe. Not in this era of tech. I'm reluctant just to keep feeding. How long have we got? Okay, so you should be seeing spotting rounds, etc. at the minute. Fine. You... a little nervous. At some point, Stug's gonna see you. So I might get you to scoot forward to say... oh, actually... just division blocked enough, or are we gonna get a very angry tank shortly? Either way, keep firing. And I can't afford to lose this, to be honest. Alright. New plan, much more risk of losing you in the mud. Move you over here. Keep doing what you're doing. Of course, issue over here. Eventually that's where I'd like you to be, but too much risk of you getting blown up by a Stug. Cannot have. Dead. Still can't push people out the way because they will get spotted by the HMG nest. Although I assume so, he doesn't seem to be very good at spotting that. Maybe I should try and get a team pushed around the far side. Don't have many teams available to me, to be honest. You guys are probably best bet. Not seen any fire down this way. Maybe we'll risk trying to push this team out here. Can I combine you? Not quite. Split you up. Oh, I'll wait. I'll wait perhaps until the mortars start falling, and then I'll risk getting you over there. Okay. So I don't have much time left, so all this waiting is certainly going to cost me. I think we can certainly go 1 more minute. Let's see what happens. Mortar fire coming in. little bit off target, but not too far, so we should be able to walk then. You should have good sight of that. All quiet at the minute. That is a problem. Good. Yeah, we should suppress people in there. The next turn that we start getting the big lumps coming in. Unfortunately, as you saw, my gate got taken down, which means I'm going to have to bring in these guys as my only other squad. You know, makes you feel horrendously uncomfortable. Annoyed these guys are doing essentially nothing. But hopefully the mortar rounds will come and at least get the Jerrys to stick their heads down. In preparation, I'm going to get these guys over here. Try and leg it out that way next time. Gonna have to shuffle the Bren forward a little bit, so he's got at least a better line of sight. So maybe down to here. Not quite the ideal position. Although how close is that to our fire mission? Last thing I want is to blow up my own Bren. It's pretty close. Pretty close. It's might be a needs must moment. That's what your men want to hear, isn't it? Meanwhile, we'll get you to come over here and grab some ammo. Ain't much use to me without it. Guys are doing not much at the back. That's fine. Okay, we are sitting at just over half an hour, so I will call this episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching, and next time we should be able to finish off the last 10 minutes or so. Yeah, and see if we can't clear out the road, sure or not. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.